video is about me, my ongoing battle with jealousy and social comparison, and really just working on overcoming that. Because I really feel like people just touch the surface of jealousy. Everyone at some time, whether they choose to talk about it or not, deals with a form of jealousy. What I'm learning is that jealousy truly is just a form of admiration. But if you don't admit to your feelings of jealousy, you'll never get to that place where it actually just becomes admiration and you allow yourself to be happy for someone and express how much you admire them. So you have to get to a place where you're admitting, these human emotions. You're admitting to these emotions that you're having, which are natural emotions. You're human. I am human. It's perfectly natural for me to have a feeling of jealousy. Now, choosing to entertain the thought of jealousy and to continue to have all these evil thoughts in my mind, that's not cool. Outwardly, I would always try and be this type of person that's just like, oh, I'm so happy for you. And that's not all the time, some cases. Because I know it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do is to express how you admire someone. And in return, that positive energy comes back. But, sometimes I kind of felt like I was forcing myself to say I'm happy or to give compliments. And sometimes, I really would just humble myself and say, you know what? I admire the ish out of this person. And so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And I think I've been very honest with maybe 4 people in my life where I just was like, I bow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bow down. You are amazing. And, and not bow down in a way where, they're the queen and I'm just some peasant or some vagabond. Like, absolutely not. I mean, they're the queen of, their purpose and what God told them to do, and they're doing it well, and they've learned to master whatever the gifts that God has given them, and they just put forth excellence. And in that case, I soak up my pride, I humble myself, and I say, congratulations, or you're an inspiration, because I truly, truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. But at the same time, I'll get into my feelings where I'm just like, well, why isn't this happening for me? And they don't do this and this and this and this and that. They don't do this, they don't do that, but they still get these opportunities. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that type of jealousy. I meant it when I said I admired them and that they were an inspiration, and that, them being my friend pushes me to be a better person. And it inspires me on so many levels, and it's an honor to have them as my friends. Like, I truly, truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. But I cannot always say that I was happy, that they were achieving their success, because, the selfish Felicia was just like, where's my success? Once I defeat my demons, then I can start to put that positive energy out in the atmosphere, and then it'll come right back to me. So right now I'm working on, positive affirmations, but then also telling my friends and giving them more recognition, just giving them more, just credit, crediting them for a lot of my success, because, I don't have no bum friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have friends that are accomplishing things, that are doing things, that are constantly improving themselves, that are, doing what they need to do to really just be the best version of themselves. Seeing them have all of this success, sometimes it's really hard to just humble yourself and say, thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for being the best version of you, so that, you know, I have a blueprint or someone to look up to, or, you know, a role model that's my age. You know, thank you. And you know, I'm working on being able to say that to my friends. And don't get me wrong, I've said it, and I say it, but, you know, I really want the positive energy where it's so genuine, and I'm not fighting myself to say it, and I'm not in the back of my, you know, I'm saying it, or, you know, I'm really wanting to say it, but, you know, the next 5 minutes I'm like, God, when is that gonna happen to me? Like, I just want them to have their moment. I want to get to that place where I want them to have their moment, and it has nothing to do with me. You know, my moment will come, but I can't be caught up in their moment. Shout out to Miley Teal for helping me to understand that. You know, I will never be able to experience my moment if I'm so caught up in their moment and in their time that they're shining. And I just want to get to a place, and I believe that I'm slowly but surely getting to that place, and this is definitely helping me, you know, just putting it all out there, just being transparent. But I definitely want to get to a place where they are having their moment, and I am so happy for them. You know what I mean? Where I'm just completely head over heels happy for my friends. And I believe, you know, I believe I'm getting to that place. Being 30, I feel like it's hard to not compare yourself. This is the time where you're really like, okay, I should have kids, I should be married, I should have a career, I should have this amount of money in the bank, I should be traveling, I should be getting promotions left and right, I should be getting opportunities to do this, I should be the one that's on a path to being debt free, I should be this, I should be that, I should be that. And I have to really sit back and think about, you know, what I could be doing to get to that place. Am I slacking in any areas? You know, am I producing excellence? You know, these are things that I have to really think about. And I actually have to really sit down and, you know, I have a vision for my life, but that vision was written in 2014. I need to write a new vision. I have a vision board, but I actually need to sit down and write out my vision for my life. And it's like, I can't get mad because somebody else has their vision together, or I can't get mad because this person actually puts 100% into work. I can't get mad because, you know, I just can't get upset because someone is actually planting seeds and now they're seeing fruits. So these are all the things that I just have to come to understand and be truthful about. And so what I've been learning is, one, jealousy means that you don't trust God. You don't trust that God can do what he said he's going to do. You don't trust any of the promises or the visions that he's giving you, any of the desires of your heart are God's promises. And so when you do not, you know, when you have these streaks of jealousy or you just can't be happy for anyone, it's really because you admire what they have, you want what they have, but you don't trust that God can give you what they have. And it's like, we all, you know, there's only one God. And if you believe in him and if you serve him to the best of your ability, you're constantly working on your relationship with him, you're doing what you need to do, why wouldn't he bless you with those types of, you know, rewards? Allow your vision that he planted in you to come to pass. Just why wouldn't he? And all it boils down to is more faith. Also, you know, on the psychology angle, you know, that's the spiritual angle, and I'm all for the spiritual angle 100%. You know, that's that I live, die, and breathe by that. And but it's also good to kind of understand, you know, the psychology theory angle of that. And then I was actually watching a YouTube video. I cannot remember his name, but I will link it in the description box, and I'll also link it somewhere up here. But I was watching a YouTube video for him, and he said that normally when someone is jealous, what that is you've been put in a position where they've received some type of recognition that is in contrary to what you thought you believed for yourself. It's a piece of evidence that it's some type of evidence, and I say it's false evidence that that the belief that you had for yourself isn't true. And so it substantiates, you know, this claim that you're not what you thought you were. Once you experience that evidence, you start to act out, isolate yourself, become overly critical, become fake, destroy relationships, all these types of things that take place when you're jealous. But that's the psychology, you know, angle to that, and that's a very much humanistic approach. It's, you know, your feelings are very they come and they go. So if you entertain that feeling that's only going to probably stay for a day or two or maybe a week, it's not worth it. I'm learning to not to succumb or be so vulnerable to my human nature or my human reaction. So when this happens, I have to fuel up. And shout out to Heather Lindsay, Joyce Myers, all of these spiritual mentors that helped me to really redirect my energy to the word and just pray about it and just really meditate on, you know, all the things that I should have, you know, that I should be grateful for and have gratitude for, or yeah, have gratitude. And so what I'm learning is that if I truly believe and I have faith and I believe that God is my God, then why wouldn't he bless me with the types of things that my peers have? Especially if I'm serving him and if I'm believing him for his promises, I'm tithing, I'm doing all of these kingdom things. Why wouldn't he bless me? Now, sometimes it just takes a little bit of smart work and hard work, and then, you know, you'll start to plant these seeds, and then you'll harvest your fruit, you know, all of that will harvest. You'll have your harvest. You know, I'm really in a dry season right now, and I'm realizing the things that I need to do in order to have a harvest. I've always lived on my own since the age of 22. You know, I've been very independent, and I have had a complete 360 where I moved to California. Things are just, the price of living here is, I knew what I was getting myself into, but I didn't really process just how expensive it is to live here. And so, you know, my sister has opened up her home to me, and I'm renting a room here until I get everything figured out. And I'm realizing it's okay to not have everything figured out. Although I'm 30, it's not, you know, it's okay to not have everything figured out. It's okay to not have everything figured out. I don't have to look around and see what everyone else has and think that I have to have that too. As long as I'm working towards it and I'm working towards being the best version of myself, then why wouldn't God, you know, reward me with those type of things, you know? And so at this time, I'm just learning to, anytime, you know, I had this thought, you know, and I'm human. Sometimes it takes me a day or two. You know, sometimes the feelings come back and forth, but what I realize is those feelings are temporary and that they don't happen, you know, it doesn't stay. I could hear a message from Joyce Myers or Heather Lindsay, and I'll just be like, you know, I do have hope. I am an anchor of hope. I do have hope. I will be able to join that organization that I've been trying to join for years. I will get married. I will have children. I will be healthy. I will have that flat stomach one day. I will be debt free. I will have all these wants, and that, I have all these desires. But it's okay to not have it all figured out right now. God didn't create us to have everything figured out, because if we did, then there would be no reason for him. So I'm taking this step forward to somewhat, admit to, things that I've been ashamed about, and admit to my wrongs, and to learn from this and move past it, and to just apologize for not being the friend that I should be or should have been, during my time of jealousy. And so, I'm working through this because I want to be a better friend. I want to be a better person. I want to be a person with better character. And this is helping me to really rely on God and just really have my relationship with him, and just to grow in him. Because if this wasn't for God, none of this would be possible. I would be an old bitter person who continues to just entertain these thoughts of jealousy. God knows what I would be doing. It would have pushed me off to a cliff of just I don't even know. I'm glad that I have God in my life to help me through this, because he's really given me some wonderful spiritual texts and given me some wonderful spiritual mentors that just minister in my life and just help me in this area. Everyone deserves their portion of happiness, and everyone deserves to be happy. And I truly do believe that, and I believe everyone will get their happiness if they're doing what they're supposed to do, and they're focused on the things that they're supposed to be focused on. And so honestly, with that being said, I think I pretty much communicated everything that I wanted to communicate tonight. Moving forward, I am going to do follow-ups. I think I'm going to do a series on jealousy and overcoming jealousy and my experience and social media. Because this is something that our generation, the new age, we are really in a age where we are struggling with jealousy and social comparisons like no other. And maybe it's so evident to me because, I see the things in people, and I know how I act, and so I see when other people are doing certain things. But social media in itself is a beast, and a lot of us have to use it for work. We have to use it to communicate. Where I work for an IT company, and we have to use social media to do a lot of the work that we do. And I'm constantly, I have a reason to be on Facebook, and I'm seeing things, and I'm scrolling down, and I'm just like, I don't want to see this today. You know what I mean? But we're in a society where this is how we function. We function off of social media. It doesn't make it right, but we do. And we're seeing so many things that we compare ourselves to. The only thing that I can do at this point is focus on me. Don't worry about them. Focus on me. And so that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing this video. And I want to continue the series, and I want to continue the conversation. So, whoever happens to find this video and finds it, interesting, or is going through some of the things that, I've gone through or expressed, or something similar, talk to me about it.